This episode of NOLA Film Scene is sponsored by our fellow actor, Jana McCaffery, attorney at law.
Hi, I'm Zac Cino. I am an actor/director. I am super excited to be on NOLA Film Scene because it's not as hot as being actually in the NOLA Film Scene. I said buying. Enjoy, kids.
Welcome to NOLA Film Scene with TJ and Plaideau.
I'm TJ.
And as always, I'm Plaideau.
Cool.
Welcome, Zach.
Hi. Glad to be here.
Hey, Mr. Director.
Yeah. We look like if the Three Stooges opened a microbrewery, that could be us.
Yeah, I could see that.
I don't even get Mo. I get Shemp, though. I'm going to demote myself a little.
I guess I get Curly.
Be able to boop Brian right in the eyes.
Oh, I don't know how you did that. That's movie magic.
I've already hit Brian in the face enough with things. I don't want to do any more too much.
Oh, that's right. The infamous
Gun in the
gun
face.
jab.
Yeah, that was another 48. We talk about the 48 so much, TJ and I. And even Zach, we all just did one this 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
That's right. So you told the story of a director that asked you a question about a superhero, and they were trying to get you to have maybe a confused look on your face. Was that part of that story with the gun with Zach in that project, or was it a different director?
That's exactly right. It was Zach.
All right, retell the story because I don't remember the exact details.
Me too. Yeah.
And Zach's the director I always talk about. One, he got my fellow actor, Gil, who was a contract killer in the story, looking for a witness, and I was a potential witness. And he took this prop gun, which he couldn't fire, and he put it up to my cheek, and he's interrogating me. But he really got into it, so it popped a couple of blood vessels right in my face.
I was so pumped.
It really helped with the moment. And of course, thank God you stopped him short of pistol whipping me.
Yeah, I was pretty excited. I was like, look at that, look at that, look at that. And everyone's like, you should be caring about the actors. I'm like, I know, but look at it. Look at how it looks look how it reads.
Yeah. And I always love because, and I've asked people about this when they've been on the show, how do directors draw things out of people? Because I wasn't thinking enough. I was all just in my lines, in my head, the wrong way. And you said, okay, before this take, we're going to ask you a question and just think about it. And you go, who's your favorite Spider-Man? Action. Oh, cut. Got it. And I'm like, what? Oh, wow, that's cool. You know what I mean? It was leveling up. I was still pretty much a noob, but it showed me something in acting. And it's one of my favorite moments.
Nice.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Is that the shot that's actually in there when he asks you the question and you're like, you're kind of confused? That's the one?
Yeah, my face looks like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. I like doing little things like that. You
have a film on Facebook that just came out. There was some CGI in the background, maybe puppets.
Oh, that's a little older. I started working on that probably in 2020. It's pinned. It looks recent.
Okay, that's what it is. Okay.
And then those were kind of what got me back into movie making, and then it just kind of snowballed from there. And then I eventually, I knew Brian through Jim's class, and then I was asked by some of his classmates to direct for that one, and that's where I met Yeshaya. His girlfriend at the time was like, you need to watch these weird videos of him with puppets and aliens. I think this is like a guy you should continue to work with. And those are a funny little thing. There were supposed to be 5 of them. I released 2. I shot the 3rd one, and I just kind of every now and then I'll play with the footage, but I'm like, it's not on my priority list at the moment anymore. But I love putting weird effects and stuff like that and puppets.
Some of it, I guess, is CGI. Were the puppets real physical puppets, or were they CGI as well?
Oh, no, that's a puppet that I've owned 3 times. I got it when I was 10 for Christmas, and I used to make videos with it, like an old Tyco video camera back in the 90s.
Oh, that's cool.
It was hooked right into the VCR, shot in black and white. It was my first camera. So I used to make all these little films with toys and stuff because I was 10. And Harry and I, the monkey, would star in multiple things together. We went on space adventures. I did the where I'm working on a ship. But then when we're out fighting the ships, it's just me pointing a camera at a monitor and I'm playing a video game. And I'm like, oh, look at us. We did the job. So my action sequences were just stolen from 90s computer games. That one eventually fell apart, the first one. And then when I started making little shorts again during lockdown, I was like, let's just bring him back. Wouldn't it be funny? So I found one on eBay and then just ordered it and been playing with them since.
That's pretty cool. And I used to make movies the same way. My dad had a VCR that you could connect the camera. It was an RCA, and there were two pieces to the VCR. You could take the tape side off and put it in a bag, and it was wired to the camera.
Yeah.
And we would make little films with the neighborhood kids, and my nieces would come down and stay a couple weeks in the summer, and we'd film these little skits.
Those had instant replay, yeah? You could rewind on them and like play back in the beginning. That was like a big deal. I remember like the ad where the guy's like filming his son's baseball game in the 90s, and he's like, oh, I got instant replay, and it's just this giant bag on his side.
Right.
It's almost as good as the first cell phones where it was like a brick.
Yeah.
It melted your face when you used it.
That's right. Yeah, what you just described, that might be the earliest form of video game streaming or filming, you know?
Yeah, maybe so. Yeah, it was kind of like a playthrough, but like I reverse engineered it into a plot. Yeah.
Totally.
That's pretty funny.
You mentioned Yeshaya from Fireface Films. So I wanted to get that plug in there for him so we know who we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You're a partner now.
Yeah. For the most part, yeah. We make everything together. We want to do something weird later this week. Earlier today, he's like, I want to shoot something. And I was like, all right, I want to make it weird. He's like, you always want to make it weird. And then we went from there.
That's just a prerequisite.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back. How did you get started? You talked a little bit about making films. What led you into this career, into this biz, into this acting and directing?
I don't know. When I was a kid, I was just like super into movies. I wanted to make movies. I feel like when I was a kid, my two big movies in like 92 were like The Mask and Jurassic Park. And I feel like that just makes sense when you look at everything I make. That's just like weird. It's like a weird combination of, should this be funny? Yeah, it's kind of violent. And so then it just kind of snowballed from there. And then I got into stand-up when I was in high school. So I used to do the talent shows. And I was super into that. And then I was like 18 and just kind of messed around, played with like cameras and film stuff that was more like just me doing like weird sketches with friends. And then after Katrina, I came back, the film scene here started blowing up. And I kind of was just like, this is the right time. I met my friend Chris Black, I used to make films with him. He was kind of my film partner for a good long time. And it just kind of went from there.
Sweet.
And then it slowed down, and then now I'm in midlife crisis and just doing the whole run through again.
Midlife, what are you, 30?
38? I'm giving myself 76. I've done some things.
Yeah, totally. But
I'm not making it to like
young man,
90.
you're not even close to midlife. See? We had the cop somewhere in someone's background. We won't say who.
That's not the first time, Brian.
That cops are coming on.
I gotta go. Let me put on this. Let's talk a little bit about that stand-up. We haven't had many guests who have done that.
Yeah.
Do you miss it? Do you want to do it again?
I like doing it sometimes, but I don't like doing like the full-time thing. Like I know people who do it, 6 nights a week.
Yeah.
I work mostly nights also, but like I enjoy doing it on occasion, but the film direction is much more my interest. It's just kind of like a fun also thing to have.
Right.
But comedy movies are more what I'd like to do a little bit of.
Right. Do you write your jokes out, or do you just kind of improv and do it on stage?
It's like 75% written, and then I'll spice it up if I'm feeling momentum.
Do you do any crowd work?
Not really. Only if it feels necessary. Like if it's a bunch of young kids who won't laugh until they're acknowledged, I'll kind of, oh, look at you guys. Oh, and they're like, oh, I got attention. And then they actually pay attention to what I'm saying for the rest of the bit.
Nice.
I'll do that.
What's your best comeback for a heckler?
I've never been heckled.
That's cool.
Oddly enough. I guess I just don't do it enough.
I think that's probably the biggest fear for some people is getting up there and getting heckled. And
yeah, especially like how now everyone, because of like Instagram videos of comics, thinks that's like what they want. Like, oh, I'm gonna mess with them, they'll go viral. It's like, no, shut up and let me do what I wrote.
Yeah, I'm here to do a bit. Pay attention. It's funny, I promise.
Sometimes people just like, because of, like Instagram reels and such, they don't understand the boundaries between performance and audience. They'll try to make themselves part of the show. It's,
yeah,
that's not what people are there for.
They sometimes think that the performer wants that extra help or needs that little controversy to draw some attention, and it's not necessary.
No.
And also, it's usually a 2-drink minimum, and we'll leave it at that. Zach, like you mentioned, we met in Jim Gleason's class.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us a little about, I can't speak today.
He does this for a living.
Kinda. Most of that clean shit as a janitor for a living. Zach, like you said, we met in Jim Gleason's class.
Sorry.
Take 5. Zach, like you said, we met in Jim Gleason's class. Mm-hmm. Please tell us a little bit about your acting experience.
So I had a friend named Chris that I used to work with at a restaurant way back in 2007. And he was in a screenwriting class, and he wanted to make a movie. And me and that dude did not like each other for a very long time. And then he was like, "Hey, I wrote a movie, and you're in it." And then we've been best friends since.
Nice.
And then we made some little short films here and there. I met a friend of mine named Brent Henry working through Sean Jerwin on a movie called Let's Rob the Cheese Shop about the St. James Cheese Company. And through him, I met his agent, and I was maybe like 21 or 2 at the time. And then I just signed with, I don't remember, but it changed names over time, but I signed with that agency at the time. And I have just kind of been with a continued evolved version of that same one since. They did their own thing, and now it's evolved into a separate agency. I lived in New York for 5 years, and I didn't really do any film stuff there. I was just needed change of scenery for a while. And when I was about to move back, I called him, and I was like, "I'm coming back," like my old agent. And he was like, "It's time." He was like, "I need you to go see a guy named Jim Gleason. I need you to go see so-and-so for headshots. This is what you'll do when you return." And I was like, "Got it."
That's good. That's cool that they guided you to the depths. A lot of us had to get that information from other actors and doing research, and that's cool that you had an agent already that brought you back into the fold and got you started back up.
Now if we can just get the business to light up again.
Yeah. Maybe we'll see with NOLA King. NOLA King.
Hopefully, right? Maybe that'll bring an infusion back down here.
Sam Jackson, I just want a chance. I just want a chance to audition, Sam. Please.
And before the strike, auditions, I was averaging 3 or 4 a week, and now it's kind of few and far between.
Yeah. Before all that, my agency never really sent me like advertisements that much. It was mostly just like film and TV. Now it's just like every now and then they're like, "Hey, this is for like a Chase commercial." They're like, "These are what I have at the moment," which is great. It's just an unfortunate like window into what everyone in the industry is dealing with here right now.
That's right. And my paid gigs the last year have been commercials.
Yeah.
Nothing really film or television.
Been doing a lot of fake eating and fake being a dad.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. A lot of fake cabinet opening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had one where I looked into a mirror.
That was it? Cool. That's the whole audition?
Yeah. But that was the film. That was like the gig.
Yeah.
They shot me dirty over my shoulder into the mirror.
I had to do one where I was getting covered in a barbecue sauce. Like they were like, "Pretend you're getting sauce dumped on you from above," and I was like, "Okay, this is what we've gotten to." I didn't put my tongue out or anything. I know I've learned enough.
I auditioned for that too.
Yeah, you did the old sauce dumping.
Yep.
The artist, was it like? That's what I had heard.
We'll cut that out too. So
sorry. Yeah, I'm just discussing everything in the confidential parts of the audition.
Yeah, I was gonna say
right.
The artist wasn't named, but we've heard that it was. So I think so.
Yeah, I never heard. I just heard that was like a rumor thing. Mine just said artist throws a record at you, and I was like, okay.
We don't know what it was, and once that commercial comes out, everyone you can try to figure it out for yourself.
Allegedly, we heard. Yeah.
So we'll shift gears. In keeping with the theme of auditions slowing down, a lot of us are starting to make our own content, and there's a lot of little projects lined up just to keep going, keep practicing, keep making stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's a perishable skill. If you just sit on your hands and not do anything to improve, you're going to lose that.
Yeah.
I've seen some of the stuff that you made. I saw your last 48, and it seems like you're incorporating a little bit of CGI into that. Is it challenging to do that? Because I haven't done any of that really.
It's easy for me because I'm not building those models. Those are, it's like basically like I pay for a subscription to Production Crate, and then I have story blocks as well. We did a zombie film recently, and I had to kind of just have some news on in the background. So I just re-signed up for both of those and just did that all editing myself. But like, yeah, they have those elements that you can use, and you just drag and drop them kind of into like After Effects and Premiere. I've just been doing it for like 5 years. So it's just like fun now, and I can just like build it and make the sounds and put it all together. It didn't take long to make that little like plane going down. Like that was like 10 minutes of work.
Oh, wow. All right. So Brian and I have worked with Michelle Bousquet, and they have a setup. They don't always use it, but they have a setup where they have a virtual background and they do rear projection.
Right. Like the volume kind of.
Yeah.
Like something like that.
volumes is what Star Wars has the whole room with LED screens.
Right.
This is just it's projected from behind, and that's behind you.
Oh, okay.
It's a silver screen that's, I don't know if it's 12 or 15 feet across or so, and they use a rear projection, and then Dave Burdick builds the scenes in Unreal Engine.
Oh, that's awesome.
So on Friday, they'll get all the information, and then he'll go to work starting to build the background while she's writing the script. So he'll have everything, the world built out and ready to go the next day. And then when we start filming, he's able to project those backdrops. The last one we did was on a spaceship. The 48 that we did this time, we didn't use the virtual background.
Mm-hmm.
And it actually saved them a lot of time with all the setups. It was cool.
TJ, your 48 was clean in the script. You know what I mean? I will admit, on my teams, TJ and I were on separate teams this time.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, they had a 12 to 15-minute movie that had to be cut down to 7. It's very hard to come up with the idea, and you have to focus on that, on making sure that it's under 7.
Mm-hmm.
And you can play with it, of course. And y'all both did superhero films.
I don't think, did y'all draw a superhero? Didn't
Yeah.
you did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of consoling Yeshaya on the drive back to our 48-hour base. I'm like, it's gonna be okay, man. We're gonna have I'm gonna do a plane crash, but it's gonna be fine. And he kind of had to trust me on that.
Yep.
So I'm thinking in the scene when he was actually on the plane and the plane was going down,
Mm-hmm.
which part of that was like physical in the room props and which was virtual? Did he have a yoke? Did he have a plane yoke in his hand?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember.
We took exercise bars for like push-ups, turned them sideways, and then duct taped it to like the end of a garbage can, not the can, like a dustpan with like a stick. Put that on there, and we had a guy underneath who would just I'd be like, more turbulence now, and he would shake it up more, and just kind of old schooling it under like a guy with sitting on a green screen. He was sitting on a folding chair.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I've been exploring a little bit. So Brian doesn't like some of the AI stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He can speak to that. I've been exploring some of the things, some of the worlds that you can build out with these new engines, the Google VO and some of these other tools where you can build out a whole world. I don't agree with having do all the audio for you. That can be done. Mm-hmm. I would prefer to do my own dialogue with whoever's involved, and I would prefer to write my own script. But some of those tools to create some of those virtual worlds are just incredible, the way that they're improving.
I saw an ad
dangerous.
on Instagram, and it was a computer program, and you just draw a picture, and it would scan it and make a 3-dimensional model out of that. And you're like, that's it. I just got to put frames on it now, and I can animate this. I was like, it just skips an entire large step of the process. It was wild. It's a weird thing because if you're making a little something for yourself, then I don't care. I don't use AI for anything, but I understand if it's someone small doing it, or because you're not taking a job away from anyone really there.
Right.
You're just doing something at home for fun. When a big company does it, then it's no, you're just taking jobs away for your bottom line.
Yep, I agree.
But yeah, no, if Tom is sitting at home and he's like, this would look funny with this on it, whatever, that's fine.
I do think that they need to have, YouTube and some of these other platforms need to have rules, because some of these creators are making entire films. A popular one is Stormtrooper vlogs or Yeti vlogs. There's a few different ones, and they're making it in a matter of minutes. They create a script on ChatGPT and then VO3. It's $1 for every 8 seconds of video that it generates. And I agree wholeheartedly with what you said. If you're doing that for yourself, that's fine. But if you're making something like that and then putting it on a platform, a headless video, and making a whole bunch of money and didn't do any work, that's wrong.
I think I recently read that they just demonetized a lot of those. I could be wrong, but I thought I saw something where they demonetized a lot of the AI YouTube videos.
That's good. If you're going to use it for a virtual background, I just don't want to trudge into the territory of having AI write or voice anything for us.
For us, for the background, I found a royalty-free 3D layout in a program that's designed for sketch artists. Like they'll just have a 3D model to help you draw out what you're trying to draw out on paper. And they had a royalty-free one of a ship, and I just kept zooming in and like rotating it. And I was like, all right, I've made the 3 angles. We shoot these 3 angles, and then we're just going to drop them in there and hope for the best. And that was kind of like that, as opposed to like someone using AI. That was just me, like just like digging on the internet for hours until I found something that worked.
Yeah.
I know it's easier with AI, but what you just described to me is a person using a tool to get the job done, rather than just clink, clink, clink. I've made something. It looks okay. And it just floods the market.
Oh, yeah. And this was like after we all went to sleep. I was just in bed. Like I knew I'd have to get up at like 7 a.m. and I'm just scrolling until something hit. Like I wasn't going to sleep until I found the piece we needed.
Yeah.
It's coming. I don't know if we can stop it.
I don't either. As long as we have rules in place and it doesn't hurt my paycheck.
Well, and it's protecting the actors and voice actors, and then the stunt people, and then the creatives who design, the computer graphics.
Yeah.
And then they made the argument when it went from 2D to 3D is the same argument as 3D to AI. It's cutting people out who have worked so hard, and they either have to evolve or lose their jobs. I just don't want to lose the human element.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not only is AI crap, but I like humans better than AI.
Yeah.
I'll be the first in the camp. The Terminator's coming for me.
I watched a movie that I will not disclose the name of, but it was a 4K Blu-ray restoration, because I'm with this service where I rent 4K Blu-rays and they mail them to your house like old school Netflix.
Really?
I love physical media. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
It's $18 a month. I get 4 4K Blu-rays in the mail a month. So I'm just like watching like all these movies on like an OLED and like just having a good old time with physical media. One of the movies, they had used AI to clean up the grain of it because it was shot in the mid-90s.
Yeah.
You know when you like watch like a scene in like an Instagram video and then you see where the AI starts and the real video ends? The entire thing felt like AI. Like everyone looks so polished. I was like, and I've seen these actors my whole life. I know that's not what they look like in '96 on set. And it was so clean that I couldn't really finish the movie. It was unfortunate.
Yeah.
So there's that weird thing where like I don't need more polish at this point.
Right. I want the original.
If your restoration's grainy, I like a grainy movie sometimes. Let me watch it.
We'll be right back.
Have you been injured? New Orleans-based actor Jana McCaffery has been practicing law in Louisiana since 1999, specializing in personal injury since 2008. She takes helping others very seriously. So if you've been injured, Jana's offering a free consultation and a reduced fee to fellow members of the Louisiana film industry. She will handle your case from start to finish. She can be reached at janamccaffery@gmail.com or 504-837-1234. Make sure you tell her NOLA Film Scene sent you. So for big productions, I've said this before, if it's being used for a specific purpose, an example, hate the movies, love the movies, that's not the point. The Fast and Furious movies. One of the actors, Paul Walker, died during the production of one of the films, and they used some CGI and superimposed his face on one of his brothers.
Yeah.
And they finished out a couple of scenes using CGI, and you can tell. You can look and you can tell the scenes that are not really him.
There's a close-up at one point, and you're like, why are you this close, man?
Yeah.
It's like when Neo's flying out of the exploding door in Matrix Reloaded, and it's a CGI, man, and you're like, why are you so close to that?
Yeah.
Put that back there.
I think under very specific, defined parameters like that to finish something out, it's okay. But like Brian said, I don't want to see it evolve to the point where they're like, oh, we don't need background actors anymore. We can just make this whole stadium all CGI people, and from a distance, it'll look real. I think that's going to hurt the industry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll hurt the industry. Plus, like, sometimes an actor needs things to be there to build that emotion in me.
Yeah.
If there's people cheering in a crowd when I have to say a line, I'm going to feel it more than if I'm just, like, shot in a green room, shouting into, like, an echoey nothingness, and then you drag and drop me into a crowd.
Right.
That one still drives me nuts. It's like, I need things there. Like, I need the room to exist
there's one movie, I think it's Dodgeball, could have been a few of them. And
Yes, Dodgeball, the Academy Award winning.
I love that movie.
Duck, dodge, dip, and dive.
But when Ben Stiller in all his gear, I think just after he's lost and they run into the kid and he flips the drink and he grabs the hot dog. Well, that wasn't planned. That was a real moment and it really showed the character was an asshole.
No, I like a little improv like that. Yeah. You need real elements out there.
Yeah, agreed.
And even CGI, the first original Star Wars, I like the film cleaned up, but not the special edition. Special edition's okay, but you lose what it was.
Yeah.
Star Trek, the original series, even before they went to streaming, I think it was on their DVD.
They offered you the two. Yeah, it was like, do you want the cleaned up TOS or do you want like the thing on a stick in a black like sheet?
Right. They fixed all the special effects. The ship was going around this beautiful planet. And it was like, that sucks because it wasn't the model.
Yeah, I like that the DVD gave you the options. I think on like Amazon Prime or like Paramount, it's just like the fixed up version.
Just the fixed up version.
Whereas sometimes, you just want like a stick and like a thing and it looks like crap. You're like, yay. And then cut to lighting on Kirk like this and it's a good old time.
Cardboard sets, which are beautiful.
Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah.
The reboot from the 70s. They didn't change it. They could have. They could have updated it and made it all CGI.
No, you don't have to. Sometimes it's fun.
Have you ever seen the show The Prisoner?
No.
It's Patrick McGoohan. He also did Secret Agent Man. But he retires from the British spy force, whatever they called it. And then because he has so much knowledge, they have to find out what he's thinking. They take him to this secret village. The monster, the guard dog, is a giant balloon, which you can see somebody tugging. I mean, it's 60s craziness, and it's great. I'm watching it on Amazon Prime, and the thumbnail is an AI recreation because you can kind of see the balloon. It's this white thing. The face looks like Jim Caviezel, if I'm pronouncing his name right. It's like, why? You know what I mean? I don't understand. I just see those little things creeping in, and it's
not necessary.
Or people like, oh, ChatGPT told me this. Okay. You're listening to ChatGPT? ChatGPT, what should I wear today?
Yeah.
Oh my God. You know, that it makes me shudder. I weep for humanity.
Yeah. I'm just always like, hey, Google AC on, please. I'm just like in my room soaked in sweat for no reason. Because I ate like some chips and then that was it. And I was like, because that's New Orleans living.
Yeah.
Baby, come on over. Come to New Orleans where I have central AC and then I have a unit in my room because it's so hot.
Hi. You don't like me, but you like my AC, baby.
Yeah. I mean, that's the one thing I miss about being on like bigger sets when they come around with the big old like silver snake tube and they just blow AC on you so that you can still be cold while not affecting sound. God bless that thing.
Or they just blast that into extras holding tent.
That pink lemonade is hot. Those cookies are room temp. You need a little something.
I think we're getting into the weeds here.
It happens.
I warned you, Brian.
I have no problem with the weeds. But we are getting closer to time, so let's figure out one last question to wrap us up.
God, this way we did that. I wasted y'all's day. What's up?
You have not wasted. If
No
this
way.
is wasting,
I love talking about filmmaking.
Yeah, and you bring a unique perspective. Easy for me to say, I know. One of these days I'm going to learn how to speak. You bring a unique perspective, not only acting, you got the comedy and filmmaking, so you're not wasting our time.
Sure. I was being silly. No, I know. I
Now you're wasting my time. Let me finish my question.
Sorry. Yeah.
Well, I'll hit you with this
one. Up and make it sound good, Zach, and you're talking over me. Go scene.
You're trying to direct. It's my turn. Don't make me break out the prop. So we like talking about how people were inspired, which we've covered. How will you inspire the next generation or even filmmakers and actors at your level? What would you say? Give someone a nugget of your knowledge.
Like for the next generation of filmmakers?
If you'd like.
Aim for like that level where you still get to make what you want. Don't aim for a Marvel movie. Aim for that level where they're like, here's some money. It's not crazy money, but you get to make something that feels like you. I feel like that should be the goal that people overlook. It's not celebrity or anything. I mean, I'm sure that's great. I don't know. But like, I think your goal should be where people are just like, oh, I trust you to make that. And you get to make it as opposed to like a screenplay that was written by a boardroom.
Right. Yeah. Find your voice in the little films. Maybe you'll get lucky and get the big ones, but
you do the big one for the money so you can do more little ones. That's what I've learned. Yeah. Like that French director from who did Close Encounters of the Third Kind, because like Spielberg loved him and he did it just to fund like his little movies that he makes.
Yeah, I can't remember his name either.
I'm drawing a blank.
Maybe we'll put it in the notes so that we're not, totally dismissed. Sorry, Zach's not middle-aged, but I am, and my brain is falling out of my ears.
That's okay. My brain's not great.
Yeah, well, you're in good company.
Your brain may not be great, but we've enjoyed picking it for this past half hour.
That's a fact.
Or however long we're done. Zach, do you have any socials you'd like to share?
If you want to see something of mine, there is youtube.com/early summer pictures. Just early summer pictures, as you would, just no spaces. I'm on Instagram as Zac_Cino, Cino. I'm private because people will be wild. If you've come follow me, I'm gonna accept it. I got nothing going on. But yeah, I share a lot of videos there. Or like if I put up something on YouTube, I usually put it there too. I like putting little short films on Instagram. I like the whole thing on the reel. It's fun sometimes.
Early summer pictures.
Yeah, I don't really use that.
Oh, that's cool.
Excellent.
Yeah, we should get together and do something.
Yeah, in the same room.
For sure. Yeah.
If we have to.
Yeah.
Twist my arm. Oh.
Yeah, no, I'm down. Whatever you guys want to do.
Cool.
I'm around.
Make more films. Make more films.
I'm trying, Brian. Shy is ready. Shy, everyone's like, what do you have? And I'm like, I don't know anything, man. I'm getting shy before I show up at a restaurant. I have ideas of like weird little ones I want to do. I want to do something really 70s looking.
Nice.
I was thinking like a Naked Gun type noir where it's just like deadpan goofy.
Yeah.
And it looks gritty and old. It was like,
yeah.
Well, that was the thing we were talking about for a while and he was super down for.
Very cool.
That could be cool.
I wanted to do a scene where like you're at a smoky club and then it like pans out and then or dollies out and there's just like people vaping because it's 2025. So the smokiness of the club is just it's vape smoke as opposed to the old days where it looks like a 20s club, but it's the 2020s.
Is that in black and white?
No, I think I would just go like grainy 70s gritty look to it.
I got you.
Hard noir lighting in picture, but like I think I just keep I just really want to make something that looks like it was made in the 70s. I don't know why.
Yeah. I think you two both inspired me. I have a superhero film, probably a short. It's rolling around in my head. It hit me the other day.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted to do a noir, but I was thinking the 80s. So you go do your 70s and I'll mule that one over in my head.
Yeah.
Nice.
Also, just 80s gritty New York anything is super fun. Kids, watch Maniac Cop 2 starring Robert Zadar. 80s man, the chin.
Oh, yeah.
He's also he looks like Quagmire.
Giggity. But no giggity in it.
No giggity.
All right. Well, Zach, we've run out of time. Thank you very much for joining us. We really appreciate your insight.
Thank you guys for having me. It's fun.